meeting
Well,
instead of his achievement.
I just want to know, when did you guys know that the president was unfit to be on your ticket?
The president is not unfit.
So why is he not the nominee right now?
Because he
why
did,
did you guys
because
have
he
to
did
go,
something that Donald
why
Trump
did you
cannot
guys have
comprehend,
to
which
wait?
is to put his ego aside.
I just want to get my question out. Why do you guys wait to the last minute to switcheroo after everyone saw?
Can
I just finish my question? And I'll let you answer, Mr. Secretary. But you guys waited until after the debate, where everybody in America saw what happened that day, and all of these reports are coming out that you guys knew behind the scenes.
Pete Buttigieg out here making the rounds for the Democrats, claiming to slam dunk on Lawrence Jones for cherry picking the topics. I guess the Republicans only cherry pick the Democrats' downfall, and of course, Pete Buttigieg is going to push back. Well, whether that's the right way to do it, I don't know, because the Democrats seem to be always in some sort of mishap when it comes to Joe Biden and him getting kicked out of the race and replaced by Kamala Harris. Let's take a look.
Big showing for the president yesterday. They put him at 11 o'clock, though, last night. And a lot of people were saying, we love you, Joe. We love you, Joe. But he's no longer the nominee. A lot of questions, though, about it, because the New York Times writes that all the cabinet meetings that the president has been having have been scripted. They said 9 months since the latest cabinet meeting. Axios writes that he's only available for work between the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then the Wall Street Journal says when it came down to the debt ceiling negotiations back in 23, Nancy Pelosi had to take over it. Is this the reason why he's no longer the nominee for your party?
It's funny. Sometimes I feel like conservative media and the Republican Party still think they're running against Joe Biden. He had an opportunity last night to demonstrate his achievements, right? The fact that he is responsible, for example, for the biggest run of job growth in the history of the American presidency. I think
That's so funny. That's so funny because don't y'all remember there was a pandemic, 2019, right? Donald Trump, Operation Warp Speed for these vaccines, which if you got them, you know, good for you. Made you feel better mentally, I guess. But we still got sick even with the vaccines. And of course, you can't work. We were being told you can't go outside. You got to be 6 feet away from people. Wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? There was police chasing people out on the beach because they're not supposed to be on the beach, because you can get COVID on the beach when no one's out there. And he wants to talk about, oh, yeah, well, the biggest job growth in history. That's because people got to go back to work, Pete. What are you talking about, the biggest job growth? Of course, you're going to have a bump in job growth when people lost their jobs, couldn't go to work, got sick, died. Of course, they're going to go back to work. Pete, what you talking about, dude? Talk about the biggest job boost in modern day history. Well, no shit, dummy.
Any job, but especially the presidency, you want to be judged by your results. People want to nitpick the show flow of a cabinet meeting when we have had a country that, when he inherited it, was in a condition where you couldn't even approach the Capitol because of the violent assaults on the Capitol by Trump supporters. Not just getting our country moving on from that, not just getting our country back on its feet from the COVID collapse, but all of the other things that he did, including, by the way, delivering the infrastructure bill that Donald Trump promised and failed to deliver.
I know you got the talking
points. You want to go off how many hours he's in which office at what time?
But these weren't conservative outlets. I guess you can say the Wall Street Journal is. But
but you're a conservative outlet, and the first thing you're asking about is what time is at a cabinet meeting instead of his achievement.
I just want to know, when did you guys know that the president was unfit to be on your ticket?
The president is not unfit.
So why is he not the nominee right now?
Because he did something that Donald Trump cannot comprehend, which is to put his ego aside.
I just want to get my question out. Why do you guys wait to the last minute to switcheroo after everyone saw? Can I just finish my question? And I'll let you answer, Mr. Secretary. But you guys waited until after the debate, where everybody in America saw what happened that day, and all of these reports are coming out that you guys knew behind the scenes. The cabinet members were frustrated that he couldn't do the negotiations with Nancy Pelosi, and that she had to take it over.
What negotiations with Nancy Pelosi? When
the
was
debt ceiling in 2003, when it came down to the debt ceiling negotiations, that she had to take it over because he didn't know the talking point.
He won the debt ceiling negotiations. That's the point. You can go over whether he slips up and says one name when he wants to say another name, or you can look at what he's actually accomplished as president. It turns out he's really good at being president of the United States.
Oh, man, that is full of baloney right there. He's the best president. Dude, you let millions of people cross the border illegally, and you're in charge of the border. You know what I'm saying? Foreign wars, trillions of dollars go into foreign wars, inflation through the roof. We seen the process at the grocery stores, the gas pump, all over the place. Riots during their presidency. They want to talk about it's very peaceful. And January 6th is we got all these Trump supporters assaulting everyone all the time. That ain't the Trump supporters. That's the leftist loonies going out of the woodworks to go and attack normal people sitting on the streets, blocking people trying to do something. But all they're doing is causing people not to get to work on time. He's out of his damn mind. Let's go with this clip with Joe Biden and some of his gaffes. There's so many gaffes to be played, but here's just a couple of them.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway.
Making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death. And he's.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is that the consideration is that I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again.
Yeah, so you've seen that, right? There's too many to put on this one video. It'd be hours long to see all of it. You know, Joe's gaffes. Unfortunately, he's old. He's had 2 brain surgeries, and he's getting replaced by his VP a couple months from an election. And Pete's over there talking about, well, yeah, he had the best, presidency in history, the explosive job growth, obviously, because we experienced the pandemic, dummy. Cherry picking on Republican words, yada, yada, whatever media wants to talk about. He dismantles Lawrence Jones of Fox News. When Lawrence Jones had great talking points, ready, at the ready. He was ready to hit Pete Buttigieg with all these questions about stuff, knowing Pete wasn't going to agree with what he's saying. They're going to pretend like Joe is the best pick, that he's always been the best pick. He never had any gaffes. He never stumbled. You know what I'm saying? Just after the debate with Donald Trump, they already knew they got to replace this man. That's it. That's it. We're done with this guy, guys. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm Buzz Brown Conservative. Peace.